Yeah, overall very scary to come across this. Like Melissa explained, they fell in the hole, and we went ahead and offered to take the glass because we have a pickup truck and nobody wants glass in the back of their Jeep with carpet and everything. So, but we'll keep the desert clean, and like I said, it's only money. I mean, I know it sucks because it's not ours. They're okay, they're a little shook up, but it's just crazy. This isn't even a hard spot. Alright, so we determined we're going to go for it. It's definitely a little narrow and very loose and pretty steep. Melissa drove the whole trail today, and she scratched 2 of our 4 brand new rims.
Oh no.
Not stoked. We asked for snow, and we've gotten it twice on both of our travel days. Luckily, we're only in the Ram. We're here in Prescott, and we got about 6 inches last night. We're staying at our friend's house, so we don't have the trailer, it's just the Ram. But now we got a 2-hour drive back down to the Salome area where our rig is. A couple of roads we got to take are a little windy, but our buddy luckily works for the city of Prescott, and he said that the roads will be clear thanks to him. Thanks for plowing, bud. After the quick icy ride from Prescott, Arizona down to Salome, we quickly picked up our trailer and started our journey to Quartzsite, Arizona.
Feels good to be home, doesn't it, dear?
It does. After what, like 10, 12, 14 days? I don't even know how many days.
Like 12 days, something like that?
Did like a week in Flag, and then we did a few days in Prescott, got snow at both locations. Feels good to be back, right, Cub? Yeah! It's interesting how you can miss such a small space. It just feels like home.
Yeah.
Like you're here and you have all your stuff, and it's where we spend all of our time. Huh, what's so funny?
It's definitely been nice to have a break from the trailer, but it feels good to be home at the same time.
It's kind of weird, you know, you spend a week in a house, and I think what we're doing is the right thing for us, because I kind of miss the trailer. I miss the movement. I miss the smaller lifestyle. That house we were in was gigantic and kind of troublesome in some ways. And I think we are probably going to do a full video on that very subject coming up very soon, because that's the longest we've been out of our trailer in 4 years, I think. And you know, it just really makes you think about what you're doing with your life and whatnot. So keep an eye out for that. So if you've never been to Quartzsite, Arizona, it's an extremely interesting place. It's basically this very tiny desert town, if you can call it that. And they basically opened up the town and the surrounding deserts to RVers. They basically make it very easy to live out of your RV in the area. There's multiple stores in town that have propane and water and anything you would need as an RVer. They have a long-term RVing area as well that is on the south side of town, and you can pay for 6 months, and I believe it's like $180 or something like that, and you get trash and water access with that, and you can stay in the desert for 6 months. Just woke up, accidentally slept in. Today we're going wheeling. Well, we slept in because we stayed up too late around the campfire because we were having great conversation. Unfortunately, today we will not be taking the Jeep. We will be taking the Ram Jeeping. It's not really Jeeping, it's off-roading. The Jeep has been so good. It has been so reliable. It's been so much fun. It's been doing everything we ask of it. But I noticed a safety concern, and basically my proportioning valve is leaking out of multiple areas on the Jeep. One of the areas I do not think can be repaired. So I ordered a new one. It is being shipped to Havasu because we have friends there and we're going to the bash there. So the Jeep, I don't want to push my luck for two reasons. This is probably the main reason. I do not want brake fluid to go onto the exhaust and to potentially catch the Jeep on fire. That is more of my main concern rather than losing my brakes. So I think what I'm going to do, and I'll show you this later, is I'm going to build a little catch can because it's just an hour drive to the bash where I will be fixing this thing. But today we are going jeeping. We're going to south of the 10 here in Quartzsite, and we're going to Dripping Springs Trail. It's supposed to be a 3 out of 10 on ONX. I think there's going to be a dripping spring. I don't know because I've never been there before. It seems like a fun trail, and we are all very excited. I believe we're going to have 3 or 4 vehicles going. Me, Melissa, and Cub will be going together. Amy and Joel over here, and then some other friends as well. Alright, so we happened upon this rock house, which is called the Skadden House.
Skadden Wellen.
I don't have any other information. Maybe I can add some later on when I edit this bad dog. But the trail was pretty rough. We took a ONX trail that was descriptive. It was called, was it Rockin' Ram?
Yes.
It's called Rockin' Ram, and it just went through this wash, and it was super, super old. But now we've connected to a more defined trail. This is the Skadden House. What do you think, babe?
I think that this is a cool shot.
Oh, it's a cool shot of our friend's Jeep through the window.
You can see Quartzsite through the window.
Oh, can you see Quartzsite through it? Oh, you can. Oh, Lance, that's the photo right there.
I know, I got it through the window.
Yeah, so nice. But, just an old rock house here, and what's crazy is there are so many mining claims here. We've been seeing them the whole way down this trail. Super interesting. There's even where was that? I don't know if you guys can see it over there, but there's actually like a little mining equipment, and then there's like a rock tumbler down there as well. So interesting, fun. All right, so we come upon this pretty steep hill. It's a little loose, you know, it's a little steep here and there. And we met some Jeeper friends that we actually know from our group, and they had turned around and they said, I don't know if the Ram's gonna make it. So we're kind of walking it to see. This seems fine so far. Definitely a little bit rocky coming up here. Our thought was to send one of the Jeeps first, see what they think. It is a little bit loose, huh? All right, so Lance is cruising up pretty slowly. What I don't like is I don't like this section right here. A little tight right here. He's making it look easy. You good on this?
I think you're right.
How tippy is this gonna feel? Probably more for you than me, huh?
It's gonna be fine.
this narrow spot makes me nervous here. The rim is so wide. All right, so we determined we're gonna go for it. It's definitely a little narrow and very loose and pretty steep. We're gonna see if Mom wants to take Lincoln out of the vehicle or not. Hey, Mom. A little narrow up there.
Okay.
Pretty steep and a little loose. Everybody thinks I'll be fine.
Okay.
But it's just a matter of if you want to take Lincoln out, and they said you can put him in there. Lance walked it with no lockers.
Okay.
So
Is the firecracker more like, is it like better for?
I just don't know if I'm gonna be able to stop up there. It's probably okay. I think it'll be fine with him in there. I don't think we're gonna die. But
here?
yeah, in here.
Okay.
So we made it no problem. Lance did an excellent job spotting. Couple narrow spots. I think, honestly, I get in my head a little bit more now because we have Lincoln to worry about. And he was in the truck, but they said it was fine. I had plenty of clearance everywhere. And the Ram is a freaking tank, man. The thing just crawls up anything. No lockers. Obviously, Lance did it with no lockers as well. But it felt super stable. It didn't even feel tippy or anything.
A few moments later.
So you can see the trail that we just came down right here, obviously curves this way, and then these rocks were not here. They stacked these rocks just now because you come around this corner, the trail goes to the right. There's this massive hole right here, obviously, and they just fell right into it, smashed up their Jeep, broke a whole bunch of glass. Everyone's okay, thankfully. Just, you know, obviously very shooken up. That's, you know, major trail hazard. This hole should be filled in.
Yeah, we took the glass with us just to keep the desert clean, and you know, and luckily they're okay. Money is money. That's a different story.
Yeah, it's just very scary.
Totally scary.
Very scary.
It's just crazy. This isn't even a hard spot, but
no,
there's
it's
the
just
hole.
it's very easy to miss because you come over. It's like a little hill, and you're coming around this corner and down this little hill, and it's really easy to miss that, you know, and just fall right in. So it's crazy. It's a big hole.
We are officially on Dripping Springs Trail now. We had lunch with that group of Jeeps that had the little accident, and just kind of everybody took a break, pumped the brakes, and made sure everybody was good. And now it's back to just the three of us, and we are on Dripping Springs, and hopefully we make it to this spring and it's dripping. We don't know. We don't know what's gonna happen. Lincoln is a little upset. It happens, you know. He was having a good time eating blueberries at lunch, and you know. And now we're gonna actually get into this really cool canyon. Might be a little challenging for the Ram because it's a pretty narrow wash, but look at it, it's so freaking cool. So cool.
Oh my God.
when I was researching on ONX Offroad for these trails, dripping springs I knew would be fine. It got tight like we did earlier. But then I noticed on the map that there was an area where you could connect to another trail. But there was a short segment in the middle, and it said it was extremely difficult with some big waterfalls. And I searched on some other websites and everything, and I didn't think it would be passable. But we're now currently like in that section. So worst case scenario, we have to turn around and do all this fun section again. But I have a feeling, I hope we can make it. Because what I saw online, there was one massive like 10-foot waterfall, which was like rock buggy status. So bumper. It's very slow. Woo-hoo-hoo. Slow. Nice. Phew. You're fully flexed out in the rear. Oh no, I scratched my rims. Melissa drove the whole trail today, and she scratched 2 of our 4 brand new rims.
Oh no.
Not stoked. No, I'm kidding. I could care less.
I just want to say, dear, that you picked the trail.
I did pick the trail, and I was the spotter today, so that's my bad. Anyways, we don't really care because we bought them to go off-road, and that's what they're for. But on a side note, we ended up doing Ram Rocker Trail that then had a super fun, gnarly hill. That's the only section I drove, was the hill, just because it was a little dicey, and I have like probably 10 years of experience over Melissa. But we had a great time, and then we ended up doing dripping springs, which we didn't even see the springs because, not gonna lie, we kind of passed it on accident, and because we were having so much fun on that trail.